I want to welcome you to the Lifestyle Changers Financial Freedom presentation. My name is Angela Williams. I have a bachelor's degree in finance. I have a master's in both business and accounting. I spent many years climbing the corporate ladder in the accounting field, and in 2008, I got laid off. So once I got laid off and found myself being unemployed for 4 straight years and pretty much losing everything, including my home, I made the decision that I was never going to rely on anyone else to provide an income for me and my family. So I decided that I was going to be a boss, and I have been a successful business owner of Glamour and Gifts Boutique for the past 8 years. I have my own cosmetic line. I was introduced to myEcon about 1.5 years ago. And the reason why I jumped all the way in is for the first time, there was a business opportunity where they were teaching people like myself about money management and how to invest. And to me, that was something different than what was available in the marketplace. So I just put myself all in, and I've been committed. So I've hit EVP Gold in 10 days from joining myEcon, EVP Platinum 6 months, Infinity 2 months later. With the wealth strategies that I've learned and just being a master of my money, I am 100% debt free, and I am 100% unemployable, and I am absolutely passionate about teaching people how to become entrepreneurs, how to build additional streams of income, and how to get out of debt and invest. So I want to welcome you to the world of myEcon. We are a 13-year-old debt-free financial literacy education company. We're based out of Atlanta, Georgia. We have over 75,000 associates nationwide, and the wealth strategies that we have learned in myEcon has allowed us as associates to cash flow over $450 million. So what I love about myEcon is that myEcon pretty much gives you a business in a box. They're going to give you high-end demand products and services that people use and consume on a daily basis, but they're also going to teach you something that no other business opportunity is going to teach you, and that is personal finance. We're going to teach you how to manage your money. We're going to teach you how to save your money, and we're going to teach you how to grow your money by teaching you investing. myEcon's mission is to financially set 1 million people on fire. And what I mean by on fire, I mean that we're going to teach you how to become financially independent and how to retire early. So myEcon is going to teach you 12 wealth strategies. But tonight, I'm just going to talk about the top 5. So by the end of this presentation, you're going to know how to increase your cash flow, how to eliminate debt the fastest, how to build your emergency fund and fund your retirement all at the same time, while building and increasing your credit score. So let's talk about why financial literacy is in high demand right now. Well, 77 million adults don't pay their bills on time. 56% of US adults do not have a budget. So if you don't have a budget, how do you know where your money is going? 7 out of 10 people on this webinar right now do not have $1,000 in the bank right now. 67% of African Americans have no emergency savings in case you lose your job, lose your spouse, or you get sick. You know, when I lost my job in 2008, I had over $80,000 cash saved. But guess what? That $80,000 could not last me 4 years. So you have to have a plan B in place and make your income layoff proof. Let's talk about the average wealth in America. It's about 141,000, but it's only 13,000 for Hispanics and 11,000 for African Americans. So what that means is that we're spending more than we are investing, and we are not buying and owning homes. Now let's talk about student loan debt. Everybody is in student loan debt. Over $1.3 trillion in student loan debt exists. But here's why I want you to really be paying attention about building an additional stream of income for yourself. Technology and artificial intelligence is going to kill jobs. And you have to understand that technology is changing the way that we do business. You know, the way we used to make money is just not going to be there in the future. So even though we can't stop it, we have to figure out a way to get in front of it and recession-proof our income. And so as I'm seeing more and more of technology advancing, you know, I'm seeing where people are going to kiosks to order their meals. They're now testing out robots that can do surgeries and draw blood. So guess what? They're not going to need nurses anymore. They're now working on driverless cars and driverless trucks. They have robots that actually meet you at the hotel desk and check you in. They are removing the human aspect to employment because they want more of a profit. But that is going to hurt us in the future. It's also going to hurt our children when they grow up and get into the workforce. So we're going to have to pay attention. I want to talk a little bit about the Social Security outlook. You know, I got my Social Security statement in the mail, and one thing that alarmed me is that they told me that by 2034, which is what, 16 years from now, that there is not going to be enough payroll taxes collected to cover my Social Security benefits. So basically what they're telling me is that by 2034, they're only going to be able to pay me out 77% of my Social Security benefits. That means that by 2034, my Social Security benefits will be slashed by 23%. And guess what? I'm not even going to be 65 in 2034. So I can't even imagine what it's going to be like by the time I turn 65 years old. So they may pay out 60% or 50% of, or none of my benefits alone. So what they did tell me is that Social Security benefits are not intended to be your only source of income when you retire. That Social Security only replaces 40% of your income. So the other 60% is going to have to come from your retirement investments. So the average Social Security check is about $1,345. So if you can't live off of $1,300 a month now, and let's say your house is not paid for, or you don't even have a house, you're still renting. So you know once you pay rent and utilities, that $1,300 is gone. So how else are you going to be able to take care of yourself? And so this is where you have to get crystal clear, because we spend a lot of our money managing our current lifestyle, but we're not taking money and thinking about funding our future lifestyle. And it's going to matter, because if you don't die, you're going to turn 65, and there's going to be a time when you're not going to be able to work anymore. And so the question is, do you want to depend on your children? Do you want to depend on the government? Or do you want to be proactive and make sure that you can retire with dignity? Let's take a look at the retirement picture as far as the 401k or the 403 savings. 50% Americans have zero retirement savings, meaning they haven't even started saving. So what I want you to do is I want you to take a look at this chart, and I want you to find your age. See, if you're 30 years old, you should have $64,000 in your 401k right now. If you are 45 years old, you should have $231,000 saved in your retirement account right now. If you are 50 years old, you should have $319,000 saved in your 401k. And if you are 65, you should have $750,000 saved. Now, these are conservative numbers. You know, with the cost of inflation, if you're 65, you're probably going to need about $1 million, $1.2 million, you know, saved in your 401k in order for you to retire comfortably. But here's the reality. 81% of people don't know what they need to retire. And so I want to ask you, when was the last time you took a look at your 401k balance? Is it growing at a rate that it needs to grow in order for you to retire comfortably? Do you know how much in fees is coming out your 401k? Because that is investment opportunity that you are missing. So I want you to look at this chart. Find your age. Are you on track? And if your answer is no, then this is your wake-up call. This is telling you right now that whatever it is that you've been doing is not working, and you're going to have to try something different. But see, there is a reason why you're not at your retirement number. Now, what I want you to understand is, let's say you're working in corporate America and you're making $50,000 a year. Well, because you work a job, number one, you are taxed at the highest tax rate in America. When you work a job, you are a W-4 earner. What the government does is they tax you first. and then you can spend your money and pay your bills. Now, us people who have businesses, we're not taxed first. We are given our money, we are earned our money, we get to pay our bills, and then we are taxed. So let me show you why you continue to live paycheck to paycheck. So you're making $50,000 a year at your job. So they're going to take $11,000 minimum right off the top out of your paycheck. So that's going to leave you $39,000 to pay what? Your rent or your mortgage and your car note and your utility bills and your student loan payments, your cell phone bill and your groceries, okay? But I want you to think about it. Think about your mortgage payment. Think about your car note. Think about your student loan payments. Every last one of those payments was calculated off of your gross income, but you're being forced to pay it from your net income. So what happens is you have more month than money. And then we see how corporations advertise to us, because there's always some type of holiday that's been promoted to us. It's about to be what? Mother's Day coming up. Then you're going to have Memorial Day. Then you're going to have Father's Day. Then you're going to have 4th of July. And then in August, kids are going to be going back to school. Then there's Halloween. There's Thanksgiving. There's Christmas. Somebody's birthday. Somebody getting married. You know, somebody's having a baby. There's always going to be a reason why more and more of your money is going to be taken away from you. So what ends up happening is after you pay all your bills, and then let's not forget we like to shop. You know, African Americans spend $1.2 trillion a year just blowing money. So what ends up happening is that you start using credit cards to float you in between paychecks. And you get yourself more and more in debt. And so what we want to do is we want to give you a solution. We're going to show you how you can increase your cash flow and how to have better money management skills. So the first place that we're going to go to increase your cash flow is we're going to go to your job. That's right. This actual notice came off of the IRS's website. And basically what the IRS was saying is that 101 million people get tax refunds. Now, see, what I want you to understand that a tax refund check is not free money. It ain't magical money that just appears. That refund money is your money. They took it out of your paycheck. And basically what they're saying is the reason why you want them to take the money out of your paycheck is because you don't have the ability to save on your own. And so what Uncle Sam is telling you is that, yeah, we'll take more money out your paycheck and we'll give you some money at the end of the year, but keep in mind, we're not going to pay you interest, which means that had you had your money up front and you took your money and you invested it into the stock market, you could have made money off of your money, but you gave that up when you let Uncle Sam do it for you. And so what the government is basically saying is that instead of allowing them to overtax you, how about you adjust your W-4, take that extra cash flow and put that money in a savings account or use that money to pay down your debt. And so the question is, why are you not doing it? Look at the top of the W-4 form. It specifically says, consider completing a new form W-4 each year and when your personal or financial situation changes. So personal change is you get married, you have a baby. Financial change could be you buy a house or you start a home-based business. So the first strategy that you are going to learn is we're going to teach you how to adjust your W-4 the correct way. So you're no longer going to be one of those people that maybe you only qualify for 2 allowances, but you do 10 for 6 months, go back to 2 another 6 months, or you write an exempt because you're trying to keep all your money, but you know you're not over the age of 65, you're not legally blind, and you know you make over 11,000, you shouldn't be filing exempt anyway. So we're going to show you how to legally correct your W-4, but we're also going to show you some hidden money that is sitting in a W-4 that's on the second and third pages of the W-4. And that is for people who have home-based businesses. So just by teaching you how to adjust your W-4 correctly, we're going to show you how to get a pay raise. That's right. You're going to get an extra $200 to $1,200 a month, and you're not going to owe Uncle Sam at the end of the year. So let's say, for example, you're in corporate America, you're single, you don't have any children, or let's say that now your children are grown, so you can't claim them on your taxes anymore. Well, the most you can claim on your W-4 is 2. But when you partner with myEcon, because myEcon is now going to give you a home-based business, which is now going to allow you to unlock the second and third page of the W-4, you're going to be able to increase your allowances from 2 to 8. And again, not owe Uncle Sam at the end of the year. So let's say that you're married with 2 kids, or maybe you're a single mom or you're a single dad with 2 kids. Well, the most you can claim on your W-4 is about 8, but you'll notice they're still taking federal taxes out your paycheck. Well, we can show you how to unlock the second page of W-4 by, again, partnering with myEcon, where you can increase your allowances from 8 to 14. Now, you're probably asking yourself, well, if I adjust my W-4, which means that you're getting your tax money up front throughout the year, am I going to owe at the end of the year? Well, my answer to you could be yes and no. If you apply strategy number 2, which is where we teach you how to minimize your taxes, and if you can keep good records, you will never owe. But if you adjust your W-4 and you don't do any record keeping, you don't do any write-offs, you don't do your promote or build your business, then guess what? You don't have any business write-offs. So we're going to teach you the right way to do it. So with strategy 2, we're going to show you how to minimize your taxes. I want you to think about all the monthly expenses that you have. You paying a cell phone bill, you paying a car note, you might be putting gas in your car, you're going out to eat, you're traveling, you're buying iPhones, all of these different things. Well, guess what? When you are a W-4 employee, you can't write none of that off on your taxes. But when you have a home-based business, those monthly lifestyle living expenses can now be a tax write-off to you. So we're going to show you how you can write off your cell phone. We're going to show you how the IRS gives you a choice. You can either write off your car payments or gas, or you can be reimbursed 53.5 cents for every mile that you drive. And I'm telling you, the gold mine is in the miles, because some of you are driving 10,000, 15,000, 18,000, 20,000 miles a year. So can you imagine being reimbursed 53.5 cents per mile? You know, if you're going to Red Lobsters, or you're going to Starbucks and you're purchasing meals, you're drinking coffees, guess what? You get to write that off. You also get to write off your travel, the hotel, the air, the baggage fees. If you rent a car, if you go on an Uber, maybe you decide to go on a cruise. If you have your business cards with you and you market your myEcon business while you are traveling, it becomes a business write-off for you. You may decide to buy an iPhone. You may decide to invest in yourself, purchase a computer. You'll be able to write that off. We're also going to teach you how to employ your children into your myEcon business and write off $12,000 per child. There are over 475 tax deductions that are available to people who decide to start a home-based business. So when you partner with myEcon, you are going to qualify to complete a Schedule C. And that Schedule C is going to list all your business write-offs, and that Schedule C is going to be attached to your 1040, and that is going to offset your tax liability. So let me show you what that kind of looks like. So let's say you're a single mom with 2 kids, and maybe you don't even have a mortgage, you're still renting, and you're not in myEcon. So you make $50,000 a year. Well, with the new tax laws, you're going to get an $18,000 deduction for a head of household. So that's going to make your net adjusted gross income $32,000, and they're going to tax you at what, 12%, I believe. So you're going to owe $3,840, and then they're going to look at your paycheck. They're going to see how much money they took out your paycheck, and that's going to determine whether or not you owe or you're going to get a refund check. Now, let me show you what happens when you tie a business to your income. So you join myEcon. So now you get to write off your expenses. So we're going to take that $32,000 in taxable income, and now we're going to write off $4,000 for your mileage. You're going to write off $1,200 your cell phone, $1,200 for your travel, $1,600 in meals for the year. So that's going to give you a net of $24,000. But guess what? You got 2 kids. So we're going to show you how to hire your 2 children so you can write off $12,000 per child. So we're going to take another $24,000 off of child wages. That's going to make your adjusted taxable income 0. That's right, you are not going to owe Uncle Sam. And the way you do this is by keeping excellent records. And so this doesn't even include the credits that you get for having children. So yes, you can actually keep more of your money up front in your paycheck, still not owe at the end of the year, and still get a federal refund check. So what myEcon is going to do is we're going to teach you the tax laws directly from the IRS publication. So you're going to know what you can write off and when you can write it off. And then we're going to give you a software. This is the most important software ever, and it is called the Cash Flow Manager. This is what's going to make you audit proof, and this is what is going to give you your tax write-offs at the end of the year. This is a very simple app that you're going to be able to access from your phone. And every time you spend money, your car note, you pay your rent, your cell phone, you go out to eat, you go travel, everything you're going to do, you're going to record it into this Cash Flow Manager. You're going to take a picture of your receipt and you're going to upload it to the Cash Flow Manager, and it's going to be stored in a cloud. So this is going to help you from having to actually physically keep and hold your receipts, because this is a record keeping system. At the end of the year, you're going to be able to run a report. This report is going to list all your expenses and all your receipts are attached. This is what's going to make you audit proof. Okay, so I love this system. It's simple. It tracks your miles. It tracks all your expenses. And this is the report that you're going to give to your tax preparer so that they can fill out the Schedule C and attach it to your 1040. So this is what it looks like when you decide to implement strategy number 1. We have Vasco Brown out of New York that is cash flowing an extra $500 a month back into his household. My cousin Melinda Tyson's cash flowing over $700 a month back into her home. We have retired veterans Carmen and her husband Charles cash flowing over $600 a month. We have Pastor Josh and his wife cash flowing over $1 million a month. We're talking about an extra $2,400 to $14,400 cash flow every single year before you even started working your business. So you're making this income right now so that you can start changing your life. So what are you going to do with this extra cash flow? Well, we're going to focus on strategy number 3. myEcon is going to teach you how to pay your debt off the fastest. So we're going to have you list out your debts, and I'm going to give you an example of what it looks like. One of my business partners had an extra $600 a month coming in. So he listed out his debt. So he owed $17,000 on his car note. He was paying $545 a month. So what are we going to say? We're going to say take that $600 that you're getting in your paycheck, put it on top of that $545 car note. Guess what? His car note is paid off in 15 months instead of 32 months. So now he owns it. And that frees up an additional $545. Now we're going to go to his credit card debt. He owes Visa $8,000. He's been paying Visa $200 a month. So what are we going to say? Take that $545 that you was paying in a car note, put that on top of the $200, and take the extra $600 that you're getting in your paycheck, put that on top of the $200, and guess what? He knocked out $8,000 in credit card debt in 6 months instead of 6 years. Now he don't owe no creditors, nothing. Now we're going to go to his mortgage. He owed $200,000. His mortgage is $1,200 a month. What are we going to do? We're going to repeat the strategy, right? So he's going to take the $200 that he was paying the Visa, put it on top of the $1,200. The $545 he was paying in that car note on top of the $1,200. The $600 that he getting in his paycheck on top of the $1,200. Guess what? He paid off a $200,000 mortgage in 6 years instead of 30 years. This is powerful. And we're going to teach you 3 different debt elimination strategies, and you're going to pick the strategy that works best for you. So now we have a business partner that has eliminated $225,000 worth of debt in 8 years and 4 months. And because he paid his mortgage off faster, he saved $332,000 in interest payments. So now this is what debt-free looks like. This is when you get to keep your paycheck and you don't owe nobody. Now he has $2,545 in free cash flow that was being taken up for debt, and now he has it available to him. So what is he going to do? We're going to show him how to start investing. So he's going to be able to take that $2,500. That's over $30,000 a year that he's going to be able to invest. And in 10 years, he's going to have $500,000. So if you're 45 years old now And by the time you turn 55, you can have $500,000. By the time you turn 60, you got 1.2 million. You're retiring early and you're retiring rich. This is what it looks like when you take that extra cash flow that you're going to get back into your paycheck and you direct that money. We have Linda Wallace here out of Chicago that's able to have $1,000 in a savings account, $3,000 in money market, 12 months of her living expenses already saved in case something happens to her income. We have my brother here, Eugene Mayfield, out of Chicago, who paid off over $6,000 in credit card debt. We have Jamal Jackson, who I believe he can't be over 24 years old, was able to pay off $5,000 car note balance in less than 5 months just by applying the strategies. We have May Cunningham out of Atlanta that was able to pay off over $9,000 in a consumer loan in less than 10 months. We have Carmen and Devin that paid off $9,000 in debt in 3 months. And you probably saying to yourself, how do they pay off $9,000 in 3 months? Well, number one, their income shifted. And then because they had a business that they were able to write off at the end of the year for taxes, they were able to take some of their increased tax refund money plus the income shifting and pay off their debt. We have Sandra out here out of Chicago that saved over $9,000 in 7 months. How was she able to do it? She was able to income shift her paycheck, get an extra $844 a month back. That's $5,600 a year. She kept excellent records, got all of her business write-offs at the end of the year, qualified for a $4,000 tax refund, and now she got $9,000 that she could use as a down payment for her home. Now let's talk about the power of compound interest. Now, what I want you to understand is what we call the rule of 72. And the rule of 72 just tells you how long it takes your investment to double over time. So if you had $1,000 and you put it in your bank, and we all know that the bank is paying less than 3% interest, that money is going to double every 24 years. See, that's why we don't put our money in the bank, because putting your money in the bank is basically not growing your money at all. But let's say you put your money in an investment that's paying 6%. That means that your money is going to double every 12 years. But let's say you had your money in maybe a 401k, or you were in the stock market and you got a 12% return on investment. Guess what? Your money is doubling every 6 years. Or you found an investment that is paying out 18%. Well, guess what? Your money is doubling every 4 years. See, what I love about myEcon is we're going to show you how to get that 18%. See, we don't do that 3%, 2%, 1% stuff that the banks is offering. Oh, no. There are investments out there that is paying 18%, 20%. I even invested in Boeing stock that paid over 100% return investment in 2017 alone. So when you partner with myEcon and you start to get out of debt, you're going to learn strategy number 4, and that is how to become an investor. So we're going to teach you all the investment vehicles and all the rate of returns that are attached to it. So you're going to know the difference between a CD and a money market account. You're going to know the difference between a mutual fund and an ETF. You're going to know about bonds. You're going to know about stocks. You're going to know about the foreign exchange market. You're going to know about different advertising vehicles, but most importantly, you're going to own stock. That's right. We are no longer supporting capitalism by being consumers. We're going to participate in capitalism, and we're going to own a piece of America. So we're going to own stocks in Walmarts and the Apples and the Facebooks and the Amazons, the Nikes. You can own it. We have an investment club that you can be a part of. We're also going to be expanding our investment clubs to include real estate investing, and also expand our investment club to invest in other people's businesses. That's what it's about. That's what it means for asset accumulation and how your money can grow for you. The 5th and final strategy that I'm going to talk about is how to increase your credit score. So in myEcon, we're going to give you a step-by-step video tutorial on how you can fix your credit, dispute letters, how to add trade lines and rent to increase your credit score. So everything that you need so that you can get your credit on track is going to be available to you. When I just implemented one of the strategies that is taught in our credit repair education series. My credit score was a 735. In 7 days, it jumped 19 points to a 755. We have Gabriel here out of Chicago who took got extra money in his paycheck, took the money from his income shifting, and he paid off $8,000 in credit card debt in 9 months, and that increased his credit score from a 597 to a 750. So when you partner with myEcon, we're going to give you all the financial education, all the financial planning tools. We're going to give you budgeting tools so you know where your money is. We're going to give you debt elimination tools. We're going to give you a retirement planner so that you can decide when you want to retire, and it's going to calculate how much you need to be investing every month in order to make that happen. Also in myEcon, we're going to give you a whole lot of perks. So you're going to have access to free and discounted legal services just in case you need an attorney to look over contracts. If you would like to take advantage of our free will service, you can get a will done. We're also going to give you access to certified public accountants as well. If you got any tax questions, you're going to get identity theft protection that's backed by $1 million policy. We're also going to give you discount shopping, discount eating, and discount travel resources that are available to you. And all of these resources will earn you cash back money. So every time you spend money, you get to make money. So if you shop at Walmart or Foot Locker or Macy's or Old Navy or Best Buy, again, every time you spend money, you're going to be making money. So you just heard me talk about some of the financial education that you're going to get. I shared with you a few of our wealth strategies that you're going to learn about. And there's so many more strategies that you're going to learn, from how to pay your mortgage off faster to how to reduce your student loans payments, all type of things that is going to be available to you. And I just taught you how you can add an extra $2,000 or $14,000 cash flow in your household before you even started building your business. How cool is that? But guess what? In myEcon, I'm going to show you how to get some more money into your pocket by building a business. So in myEcon, you are going to get a website. So we are completely a digital business. And on that website is products and services that people use and consume on a daily basis. So if you know somebody who may be interested in identity theft protection, they can purchase it from you. If you know anyone who would like to learn how to fix their credit, they can purchase it from you. If you know any small business owners, people in Mary Kay, people in Avon, people in Herbalife, people in TLC, people who cut hair, they maybe do nails, and maybe they do not have an automatic system for tracking your business expenses, and for reporting purposes, you can sell the cash flow manager to them. We have discount travel, we have health and wellness, coffees, teas, so many different products that you can just drive people to your website. They can make purchases and the company is going to ship for you. There is no need to carry inventory. It could add an extra $200, $2,400 cash flow into your household. Now, because we learn how to fix our own credit, you can also generate another stream of income by you becoming the credit repair expert if that's something you may be interested in. So not only can you sell our do-it-yourself education to others, but you can also make additional income by fixing people's credit for them. The third stream of income is because we learn the tax laws, you also have the option to start your own tax preparation business. You know, there's a lot of money that's made between, the 4 or 5 months that the tax season is really booming. So that could be an extra $20,000 to $100,000 every tax season. The fourth stream of income that is available to you is our referral bonus program. So if you know 5 people or 7 people or a few people who work a job, I'm pretty sure you know people that work a job. Maybe you know some people who have a mortgage. Maybe you know some people who are paying student loan debts. Maybe you know some people who would love to take advantage of this financial education and get their financial house in order, where myEcon is paying out referral bonuses. So anybody that you invite to join our debt elimination and investment club, the first 2 people that you refer, you're going to get $10 and $10. And the third person that you refer to your 4th, 5th, 10th, 100th person, you're going to always make $35 referral bonus up front just by sharing the financial knowledge with others. The fifth and final stream of income that is available to you is what we call leverage residual income. This is for individuals who are interested in leadership positions. That means that you're interested in being a national trainer like myself. If you would like to mentor other people, if you want to help other people get their myEcon businesses started, you want to train them, you want to support them, well then myEcon is going to split their revenues with you. And I call this the 5-year career. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to build a leverage asset. In our case, asset is people, and how that asset can pay you month after month, year after year, even when you don't get out of bed. So let's say that I'm going to use this as an example. I know 5 people with a job, and I share the myEcon opportunity with them. Well, myEcon is going to pay me $175, and then they're going to pay me $5 a month. Well, it's safe to say that if I know 5 people with a job, they probably know 5 people with a job. So what are they going to do? They're going to tell the 5 people that they know, and they're going to make $175, but that's going to bring 25 new people within your organization, and myEcon is going to pay you $625, and they're going to pay you $80 a month. That's not a lot, but I want to show you the power of geometric growth. So the 25 people going to come into the business. They know 5 people with a job, so they're going to share it so that they get their 175. And the first 5 people that you shared the opportunity with, they're going to earn $625. They're making $80 a month, and that's going to bring 125 new people into your organization. And so now myEcon is going to pay you $3,000 up front, and they're going to pay you $455 a month. That's $5,000 a year that you can put into your retirement. So the 125 new people that came into the business, what are they going to do? They're just going to duplicate the system. They may know 5 people with a business. So they're going to bring 625 new people into your organization. myEcon is going to pay you $15,000, and they're going to pay you $3,000 to $4,000 a month. That's $42,000 a year. So if you're already making $60,000 a year, now you can make $100,000 a year just by building your myEcon business. So the 625 are going to do what? Tell 5 people they know with mortgages, 5 people they know with student loans, 5 people they know with jobs. And guess what? That's going to bring 3,000 people into your organization, and that you don't even know. But myEcon is going to pay you $78,000 up front, $28,000 a month. That's $342,000 a year. That's Dr. Lawyer money without going to school. And all you're doing is teaching people how to get out of debt and invest. The $3,000 is going to do what? Duplicate the system. So now there's 15,000 people in your organization. myEcon is going to pay you $390,000. myEcon is going to pay you $153,000 a month. That's $1.8 million a year. This is what I call the 5-year career. Because if you were to get really serious about helping other people and training other people, and you don't have a problem letting people in on what you're doing to get your financial house in order, in 5 years, you can build enough income that you can replace your job. You guys, I'm on track to earn $79,000 for the year of 2018. I work 5 hours a week. I haven't found a career this lucrative that is so much fun than what myEcon is offering me. And the reason why I'm excited and I'm going to continue to build and continue to help people is because I can will my business to my son. And if anything was to happen to me, my son will continue to get my monthly residual income payment. You earn this every single month. So if that interests you, I would love to train you and show you how to make not only right now money, but leverage residual income that is going to pay you even when you are no longer working. So I have completely went through this presentation and showed you 4 ways that you can make money in America. Everybody is used to being an employee. That's what you're doing right now. You trading time for money. When you join myEcon, you advance from being an employee to being self-employed. So you go from having a job to owning your job. You're still trading time for money, but your income is a little bit, it's unlimited because your income is based on your own efforts. But when you start to take on a leadership position, and you start to build a network of leaders, and you all start building across the country, you get to advance from self-employed to being a business owner because the system works. And once you start building residual income, you get to advance to the final stage, and that is becoming an investor. Investors pay the lowest taxes in America. Investors own land, they own real estate, they own businesses, they own stocks. That's where you want to be. 95% of the wealth is held by everybody on the right, but 95% of the labor is being done by all the people on the left. So what myEcon wants to do is myEcon wants to put you in the right way of money. So our mission is to get into every household, every high school, every college campus, and in every church, and teach the power of financial literacy, money management, debt elimination, and investing to the people. So what's in it for you? When you partner with myEcon, you're going to get business and finance education. You're going to get wealth building strategies. You're going to get investment training. You're going to get a free living will. You're going to get income shifting so you can adjust your W-4 and get a pay raise. You're going to get the tax advantages of having a home-based business. So you're going to be able to increase your refund check and offset your tax liability. You're going to get the cash flow management software so that you are audit proof. You're going to get credit repair education. You're going to get an e-commerce website so you can generate business income. You're going to get identity theft protection, unlimited tax and preparation, free and discounted legal services, discount travel, shopping, and eating. I haven't seen a business opportunity that gives you all of this. It would normally cost $199 to get started with myEcon. But if you say yes tonight, you can get started and get all the benefits for $19.95. You heard me right. You can get started with myEcon tonight for $19.95. We can teach you how to adjust your W-4 so that you can receive an extra $100 to $600 in the next 10 to 14 days. And then we're going to train you, teach you how to build your business so you can earn juicy profits and residual income that is going to continue to pay you even when you don't get out of bed. And just for managing and operating your business is $34.95 a month. That's $1.16 a day to have a sole proprietorship for tax purposes, an e-commerce website to make money, and 5 streams of business income. This is powerful. So what I want you to do is I want you to get back to the person who invited you to this webinar, because I'm telling you, you are one decision away from being debt free, from firing your boss, from being able to travel the world. Can you imagine sending your kids to college and you not worrying about scholarships and they don't have to get into any student loan debt? Can you imagine owning land and owning real estate and owning business and being able to pass that wealth on to your grandkids and their children? That is powerful. In myEcon, we want you to own your life. And that means that you should be able to do what you want to do when you want to do it, drive what you want to drive, and live in the zip code you want to live in. But it starts with you saying yes. So get back to the person who invited you to this webinar. They will send you their link so that you can get enrolled, and we will start training you. So if there are any questions, you can unmute your line and you can ask your questions now. If there are any questions, you can mute your phone right now and ask them.
Yeah, I got a quick question.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I was like listening to the presentation, and part of the presentation it was talking about hiring your children.
Mm-hmm.
Was I correct in hearing that you can now pay your children $12,000 a year?
Yep, up to $12,000 a year, and we'll teach you exactly how to do that. And it's $12,000 per child.
Okay, because yeah, I thought it was like 6,300. Like
that's what it was before, but with the new tax laws for 2018, it was increased to 12,000.
Oh wow, fantastic.
Yes. Any other questions? All right. Because if we don't have no questions, then that means that you heard all you needed to hear. And all we need you to say is yes. So go ahead and get started. We would love to have you, love to partner with you. Hey, Pristine. Hey, Tamika. How are you? Thanks for joining. Hey, Esther. So get back to the person who invited you to the webinar, and we will see you soon. Okay? Bye-bye, everybody.
Hey, Angela.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.
God bless everyone.
All right. Same to you.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, Sterling.
Good night.
Good night. Hey, Jeff. Hey,
Good night.
Terrence.
God
All
bless
right. Marnie. Bye, David. All right.